RVers in the middle of the desert because we took a wrong turn in Quartzsite, ended up going towards LA. Well, to get back to Highway 95 going towards Tonopah, we ended up on this road, which we've been on for about 45 miles. Got 58 miles to go. We're going towards Needles. We're going towards Needles. See, we almost made it out to Needles. And they say I was born there. I really don't remember whether there, Oklahoma, or Arizona. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So this is the Lost RVers. We're going live because we're just trying to kill time and show you people the beauty of the California desert land and roads. What happened? We came out of Quartzsite and I wanted to get gas. We filled up, just followed the traffic onto the freeway, Highway 10. Thought it would lead into where we were going. It did. Went through the ag inspection. He said, "You're going to LA." Down the next turnoff, it was Highway 95. Well, turn off going to Highway 595 North, and this is Highway 5 North. Hello, welcome. You're in the desert down by Needles, in between Quartzsite and Needles somewhere. We aren't really sure. We took a wrong turn.
Ended up in Blythe.
Ended up in Blythe. Look at that road ahead of me. Look at that, just nothing but straight line. And then caught this road, and this has just been one roller coaster.
Oh, we're now in Vidal.
We're in the flatlands now, it seems like. And we got 56 more miles to go. Hello, two of you out there. Introduce yourselves. Grab a beer, a cup of coffee, whatever you do. Just watch the show go on. I'll take you into Needles. Just so I can say I almost made it out to Needles. If you know what I mean. But you probably don't. So we're on a RV road trip number 37. Which means we've taken 36 RV road trips before this one. And this one had us returning to Quartzsite, Arizona for the Q22. And you're asking yourself, what is a Q22? What is a Q22? Tell me. Well, I'll tell you. No. Q22 coincides with the Quartzsite Big Tent RV show held once a year, generally between mid to late January, out at a place called Quartzsite, Arizona. Oh my God, man, it's so windy here, and these trucks just don't help. Out in the middle of the desert, otherwise the town is just nothing. Trinkets, a lot of trinkets. But once a year, this town comes alive, and it is a mecca for RVers of every kind. RVers, van life people, bus people, tent people, people living out of their Prius, naked people. There's a place called Magic Circle, nothing but naked people running around. And they just pile into the BL.
Although we've never seen it.
Yeah, we've never seen them. Naked. Oh my God, we don't even walk. Oh, look at that right there. That's a little burnt out something over here. Choo. Oh, look at that, baby. We should go in there. Oh, someone's already in there. All right. I missed your comment. I'm sorry. Now, my passenger here, my wife, should be monitoring the station. What says there's only one of you.
Monitoring you.
Since there's only one of you out there, I guess she doesn't really need to do that right now. Anyway, so Q22. So there's a big tent show out there, an RV show, and lots of vendors. I mean, this is the kind of place you go, you just wander around looking at they have little screens for for drains, and they have all the plugs and the attachments and the solar and the batteries and the little electric carts and the bicycles, electric bicycles, and they have a place called Beer Bellies, an adult daycare they call it. But beer, baby. And it's just kind of, and then across the street there's this huge, very huge, kind of a RV flea market of sorts, and gadgets and things. I mean, you could pick up yourself a set of dental tools there if you wanted some. And they have RVs. We walked a few. And it's the second year we came. So during that time period, it started last year with us and with Traveling Robert. Traveling Robert, you out there? Chime in. And we're going to meet up with them out there, and other people were. We did. The first time to Courtside, it was amazing, but it was during COVID, so it was kind of scaled back as far as the crowds and the tent. The tent wasn't as big last year. And we stayed about a week in the desert. And you're boondocking now. Remember, you're boondocking now. You're at the Post South. They give you access to a dump. If you go back on my Instagram account under the same name as this, The Lost RVers, under Instagram, The Lost RVers. I just posted a day ago or 2 days ago the line to the dump to show you how long it is. And then I posted on back of that, I posted a short video. It's a 1 minute gig on Instagram. I posted the area that we were told to go to by Grand Adventure, this private RV spot about 2 miles away that has 4 dump stations, $15 to dump, no lines, no waiting. And these other people down there, the line went 3 hours and up to dump. So that was last year. So this year we were going to come out again. Traveling Robert was going to be out there, and so we made plans, as you should be doing right now. Take the time off if you're working, and just Google Courtside Big Ten RV event. When it's going to be held next year. That's the time period you want to be off to come on out. And it turned out that Traveling Robert was doing the Tampa RV Super Show, RV show, and it coincided with this one. When that show ended, this one started, and it would have to be like a 2,000-mile beeline from Tampa to Courtside. What?
Where's the person walking on the freeway?
So he elected this year, because of the conflicting schedule, not to come out to Courtside. So we decided we're going to blow it off and go out to Waco, Texas, to see Chip and Joanne's Silos. yeah, I know, Silos. What the hell? But we were going to do it. Go across New Mexico into Texas. I want to go down to the beaches where you can camp for free, but it is winter. And then at the last minute, because it was made known that a lot of the people last year who showed up were going to be there this year, and a couple that we saw last year, a boyfriend girlfriend kind of deal, they said they were going to come out this year and get married at Courtside. And some friends of our Ramblin' Voyage, the husband is a preacher man, or has his license to marry, and he was ordained minister. There you go, ordained minister. Oh, wow.
But didn't happen because of health issues.
I swear to God, I almost lost this truck into and Miriam. Well, something happened to them, but we said, oh, what the hell, let's come on out anyway. So that's what we're doing. So we've been out here now, what's today?
A week and a half.
Week and a half, so about
Today's Thursday.
Sunday to Sunday to so it's 11 days, 12 days. Which way?
Straight.
12 days. And And over those 12 days, we have been boondocking 11. Oh,
Lake Half is just that way.
boondocking 11 minus a night at my sister's house in Mesa, Arizona, who we stopped by to visit. I haven't seen her for quite a while. And spent the night there. So I guess 10 days boondocking, and we did fine. Our battery died. I guess on these batteries, it's 49. We have 49 miles worth of gas.
We should.
We should. Let's hope so. Yeah, we could have been on a straight and narrow highway going to Tonopah. We didn't screw up. I did this. Oh man, dude, I'm just being blown back and forth. I can't get more than 45. Oh, look at, feel that? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is bad.
It's very windy.
It's worse than real windy. I mean, it's really bad. This is terrible. This is something out of an RVer's nightmare. So we're coming back. We did the Q22. We did the Mesa, the family thing for a day, and then actually we went down to Tombstone. Oh man, Patty, this is
10 and 2.
Oh my God. We went down to Tombstone and spent a couple days there, and then we came back. We came back, by the way. You'll see it. YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. I have part 1 and 2 out right now. Part 3 will be coming. But we decided that coming back, we woke up in Tombstone late, of course. We have like 1,200 miles to get back to where we come from. And we made our first, I swear I can only do it, I'm doing 60 now, but barely. We decided to make courtside on the return trip our first leg. And because we paid 14 days, you get 14 days for $40. Boondocking, 14 days for $40, and then we still had a couple of days left, so we decided to camp there last night and we just took off. Now when I came out of courtside, I filled up. Thought I was going the right way, got on Highway 10, and it turned out by the time I realized I was going the wrong direction, we came upon the California Ag Station. And he said, dude, this is a straight shot to LA. Now to go through LA, you got, oh look at this big. People are slowing down, that's why it's bunching up. To go through LA, especially from San Diego all the way up to where we are, we're up by Truckee, California, up in the mountains. You're going through LA and Santa Barbara and Anaheim, and I mean, it's bumper to bumper. Plus, I saw signs in some areas where gas was like $6, $7 a gallon. So to avoid that, we just hugged the eastern side of the Sierras on 95 and just shoot on up to California that way, up and over the Sierras by Tahoe. So, oh, someone's coming. Oh, my station. My wife's gonna have to read the comments. Let's see who's out there. There's 4 of you. That's huge for me, especially when you didn't know what was coming on. We're showing you absolutely nothing. Welcome to my station. I will show you nothing and tell you everything. Yeah, right. It was so windy.
Oh, it's Upside Down Travels.
Oh, hey, Upside Down Travel.
Did you get ice cream from the old machine?
Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God. This is just like white knuckle.
Did you get ice cream from the...
So anyway, okay, here we go. Man, the wind is just so
Put your
potent.
hands on 10 and 2.
Yeah, no, it's just so potent.
Oh, here comes the big.
So anyway, so we took this wrong trip. We're heading to Needles, and then from Needles we do another long road to get back on our side of the planet over there in Nevada. We just don't want to go to California. Yeah, it's a little bit faster, granted, as the highways go, but I don't know about the traffic. And it's just, who wants to do it? I like the desert. You're driving it. It's monotonous. It's slow. Well, it's actually quicker because you're doing 75, but there's no wind anyway. But look at those mountains. I mean, it's just everywhere you go, it's incredible sights. It's just beautiful. So I think. But this road here, and I did a hyperlapse for about, 15 minutes. And you'll see it was like a roller coaster. It just went up and down and up and down and up and down. It washes. The signs flooding, be careful. Well, here's some more. You can look off down the highway down there. You can see it not agitating. What's it called? Back up.
Slow down, slow down.
Look at this. Wee-hee! It's just, we've been on it for 90 miles. We have 42 more to go. Welcome along on the ride. So where was I? So we're on this road. We're going to. So we're coming back to 1,200 miles. We stopped at Quartzsite last night. It was pitch black, and nobody. Apparently, Quartzsite the day before went through a major wind and sandstorm, dust storm. No one came out of their shells. Those being RVs, the whole day. We went back to where we had the Q22. A few people were still there. Who was there?
We didn't go to the Upside Down Travels is asking about the outdoor desert bar. We didn't go this year.
We didn't go this year. That's kind of like a one thing. You do it the first time. It's cool. I mean, you have to do it. If you haven't done it before, it's like Tombstone. Wife didn't like it. I did. But you got to do it. Same with Quartzsite. If you don't do it, you aren't really an RVer, they say. So. Yeah, well, if you're going to Quartzsite, yeah, you got to do the desert bar. It's cool, all solar, cool little road going down. I think it's 6 miles, right? Something like that. On dirt, gravel. It's okay. You can take a car. People exaggerate it a little bit, and you go way out in the middle of the desert. And these two hippie kind of guys decided they were going to build a bar out there, and it's all solar. But you gotta do it, yeah. You gotta do it. It's just you gotta do it. It's one of those things. Just like the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone. And all the other bus through Hoover Dam. That's how Traveling Robert does the shows. You go to the places everyone goes to, and you say this is it. Because hey, let's face it. What does YouTube have? About 1 billion viewers worldwide, maybe more, something like that. 2 billion. There's no way someone in India or Singapore or Russia, for that matter, will ever get out here. It's like we won't get to Siberia. Boy, the wind is just pushing so hard. So it's like, post your YouTubes and show the world. I'm there forever unless you get kicked off your strikes. I figured, once on YouTube, until YouTube fails or they quit or, we have an EMP, just blows all data out. It's there for infamy. It'll be called historical documentation of the Great West. Look at this, just up and down. Man, we got a bad tire too. Oh God, here we go. So when we left, you're about ready to leave, and then 1 or 2 days before you leave, something happens and you have to make a decision. Well, we're still going. The engine light came on, and this one F-150 4x4 pick-me-up truck, and one of the trailer tires on the left side, right side, the rear one, their tandem, just seems to be wearing way more dangerously more than the others. And we were considering replacing it when we replaced the battery. But there's still some tread on it, and I do have a spare, so we're just going to go and hope it takes us there. What else? So yeah, we were out there. So we got out there and just playing, and this is all on the video. If you guys bored, pull it up. First one is the trip out, and then in between that, I did a lot. I did this. I went live in the truck just to see if I could, out in the middle of the Mojave Desert again, which I could. And we ran a live feed for 2 hours into Lake Havasu, where the London Bridge is. Got out about, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock at night. Still live. Got out, walked around the London Bridge, went under the London Bridge, didn't fall down, and ended the live feed under the London Bridge. That's the first tape. The second tape is when we got there, kind of some of the activity that was going on for the first day and a half. Then we went into town to the Big Tent RV show, and then just came back and got ready for the big Q22 Fire in the Night. We called it. I called it Fire in the Night. We had 6 fire pits going. 6, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fire pits going, and probably about 75 people showed up. A little bit more, a little bit less, probably more. And that was because of the doings of Grand Design.
No.
Yes.
Grand Adventure.
Excuse me, right. Grand Adventure, Roaming Voyage, and Roaming Rosie, I believe.
Rambling Voyagers.
Oh, Camper Size.
Roaming with Rosie.
Roaming with Rosie. And Camper Size Living. Give them credit. You should pull them all up. And Traveling Robert and me. Subscribe to all of us. What are some of the other people who are there? Come on, my voice is getting hoarse. Talk loud. Oh, there's people talking to me. What are they saying?
Did you happen to see Aaron from Jones N2 Travel? He installs solar. I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so. No. There are so many people out here. I'm looking at thousands. And you know, like Next Exit was out there. They have their own little gathering. Nomadic Fanatic, he was out there prior to us coming out, but he had his own little gathering.
Oh, Papa Drew.
Papa Drew's out there. He had his own little gathering. He and Grand Adventure took out his newly acquired Hipsmobile off-road. Side by side. We're live. We're back. Oh, we lost all our people. We're back on. Hello, people. We're the Lost RVers, bringing you this road trip live from the middle of the Mojave Desert again, going towards the Needles. They tell me we're 70 miles now, just like this. We're coming out of Quartzsite, Arizona, after the Q22 event. Big meet up there with YouTubers during the Big Tent event, RV show out there once a year in January. And like an idiot, I went the wrong way. Instead of going towards Tonopah, Nevada, I headed towards LA. So we had to make a turn to reconnect to our route that we're supposed to take, and little did we know that would be a 2-lane monster road that goes on forever with these kind of hills and dales the whole length, and not to mention the gusting wind. I mean, the gusting wind. Gusting. Hello there. Welcome. Sorry. Go through and it just disconnected. Didn't notice it, and then all of a sudden it reconnected. So in This should take us back, kind of, where does it take us? Towards Tonopah. It only added about 20 miles to our entire journey, so it wasn't that bad. But road-wise, as you can see, we only have 83 miles left in the tank, and we have to go 30. We're okay, but still ain't getting that low.
I think I'm the only one on the trail.
As you can see, I mean, there's absolutely nothing. There hasn't been anything on this road the whole time we've been on it. Nothing. I mean, you talk about the loneliest road in America being Highway 50 out there, you know, which we took from the beginning to the end. Went to the petroglyphs out there. Pretty cool. During COVID. Eerie. Not a soul was on the road. Not a soul. Nobody was outside. Nobody. And the towns were completely closed. This was May of 2020. This was during hard lockdown, where in California they were telling them, you can't go any further than 125 miles away from your front door. So we said, okay, fine. And we drove 3,000 miles. And I'm a rebel. I'm an RV rebel. Call us Corona rebels, COVID rebels, Corona rebels, RV rebels, whatever. So we'll go until we have live capability until Needles, which is about 27 miles. It's not that far. But this is the expanse of the desert. It's just amazing. You see the curvature of the earth, and there's nothing. Could you imagine coming through here? I mean, you have to go back in time and, you know, put your mindset in that of a pioneer or, you know, a settler. Trapper comes out here, thinks he's going to cross over, and figures, oh, he'll find water somewhere. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, here comes an RV. Yay! First one I've seen. Second one, excuse me. It's all in the very beginning of this trip. It's just so vast. So, let's see, we stayed at Courtside last night. You're the same person, I guess you heard that. What else can we say? Oh, we went to the Tombstone. Yeah. I mean, it's way down south. It's kind of down by the border. And we're caught in traffic. Can you believe this? And it is Tombstone. It's a real town. You've seen the movie. I think part of the movie was shot there, or so they boast. And downtown, all the streets are covered in dirt, so it looks like the old West. It still has sidewalk planks up and down. It still has all the named places. Katie's. What was the name of that theater?
Birdcage Theater?
Birdcage Theater, and the place that we saw the shooting. Anyway, all those old names still stand, but it's really commercial. It's kind of hokey. Every store is a trinket store. You can buy your hats, Stetson hats, and I mean, it's, you know, it's, and a lot of bars there, a lot of places to eat, and a lot of bars. They were packed, and they were packed for a Tuesday. I mean, it was pretty full. But a lot of parking, no problem parking. We stayed at a little RV lot, which is about a mile away, if that, called the Stagecoach RV Park. And I don't think it was more than maybe an acre and a half, 2 acres max. Maybe not even that, maybe an acre. Yeah, what would you say, 20 spots that you could hook up. I mean, actually hook up. So we stayed there 2 nights. Went to Tombstone. We did all the shops. We went in, I have that on tape coming up. That'll be in a couple of weeks. The gunfight in the what was the name of that bar? I didn't recognize the name.
Simpson.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, $10 a head. That was pretty cheesy, but you know what? A lot of history in that town, and lot of history in that town. I wanted to, I kind of liked it. My wife wasn't too thrilled, but then again, I wanted to have a beer in one of these old towns. But every time we walked into a place, it was so packed with people. I just, who wants to stand in line just to have a beer or sit down? So we moved on, and then drove from Tombstone all the way back to Quartzsite, spent the night there. It's all on tape.
Yeah, why didn't we go live yesterday?
Live?
Yeah, from...
We're just driving the freeway. So to go live on YouTube,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Oh my god.
There's so much
So
traffic.
windy. No.
Well,
And we're doing 50 miles an hour, and it's going to take us forever. No. My theory on going live on YouTube. All right, so what's my theory? First, let's look at it this way. ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox News, CNN, all these big stations have the capacity to shoot live TV, right? And they have huge audiences. A YouTuber like myself with a $1,200 phone and a YouTube account with over 1,000 subscribers, I think that's the minimum, I could be wrong, can hit a few buttons and go live in the middle of the Mojave Desert. Think about that. I have the same capacity as any of these big guys. I just don't have the volume. I don't have the viewership, and I don't have a contract with satellite providers beaming my signal all over, in which case I would have a bigger audience, but that's not going to happen. But YouTube is giving me that capacity, the same capacity as any of these big broadcast stations. So why not use it? I can't see, it's there, it's being offered. Look at those mountains back there. They're just gorgeous. And that truck wasn't in front of me. Those mountains are gorgeous too. Here, get over my side of the lane. Wow. Some big mountains coming through there. So this will just be a slow cruise. Live from the Lost RVers Roman TV station. It's getting hot too. Show's only 55 degrees outside, but with the window rolled up, it's hot. There's this. What's that? Whatever. Indian reservation. And you could just see, what went on out here. You had Native Americans, Indians, right? Living out here, and then you had the cavalry and the soldiers and the pioneers moving in, the clash of two cultures right here. The natives in the mountains up there, staking it out. The cavalry just kind of trying to push their way in. Must have been hot. Needles, 21 miles. Oh, Searchlight, finally. It must have been a hot, dusty existence. I wonder how many bones you can dig up out here. People trying to get across and just couldn't. I wonder why towns didn't just pop up like New York City and San Francisco and Chicago. Well, for one, they're all built on water, right? Humankind needs water. Without it, no matter how spectacular mountains may be, you're not going to get a city or a metropolis. But if we looked over to the left, and there's a huge body of water out there, this place would be beautiful. A little hot. That's why you have the water, so you can go jump in. Have your boat. Yeah. Oh, here comes something. This is like a nice little ravine. This is where they get them. This is where the cavalry always gets it. They go into a ravine like this. They get nailed. Right? Come on, this guy's doing 40 miles an hour. I would pass him. I may have to pass him. I may have to pass this guy. Too much stuff's coming. Well, sometimes it's worth being patient because there's nothing else you can do. Except talk into a phone to the one person out there.
Everybody out there.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But hey, like I said, if I was someplace and I was just kicking around here, the only reason you're watching me or you're going to watch anything today on YouTube is because there's nothing on TV. There's nothing. No sports right now. Nothing. So you go to YouTube and shows. I just came back on. I guess I was off for a second. I always check the live shows just to see what's going on. RV DJ, she'll just go live going home from the RV park. I thought that was pretty cool. Why not? But I mean, the scenery is gorgeous. So a lot of people, they're just, look at those mountains out there. Holy cow, every time you turn, this guy has to be passed. Come on.